And we're going to go into my office and show you, you go into the My Business tab and then My Downline and pick the graphical genealogy. And this will show everything below you in your downline. You can see everything that's happening below you. You can't see anything above you though. So it can be kind of confusing. I will post a video in both coach groups, and I'll mention it to Andrea too for you guys that are in her group. I found a Scotty Hobbs video that explains this really well, and he has like a whiteboard and markers, and he's drawn pictures and stuff. I found that really helpful, so I'm going to post it for you guys later, but I'm going to kind of give you a basic kind of synopsis of it right now. So this is me, and this is my left leg and my right leg. If you can imagine what's going on above me, so my sponsor, Coach Amy, is somewhere like over here, and I'm on her right leg. So she placed me on her right leg. Then if you keep going down this right leg, you can see some more people that actually don't belong to me. You're going to see people under you and wonder where they came from. They're coming from your upline sponsor because that's your strong leg. So when they add people to their strong leg that you're also on, you're going to see those people on the same leg. So when the time comes for you to sign up for your coach, so my right leg is, my first coach is all the way down here. We all know Amy, and she can sign coaches like crazy. So my first right leg coach doesn't come till all the way down here. So you can see all these other people, so don't get confused. Those are just coming from your upline sponsor. So if I go back up to the top and I look at my left leg, this is the leg that just I have been building. So Jackie Lee is my first left leg, and then she signed someone up. Then I signed someone up also on my left leg. So you're always going to be adding to your outside leg, and then the people that you sign up will be building on their inside, or their Jackie's right leg. An inside leg. So you're always going to choose the outside leg to start on. So to get to Emerald, you want to do a coach on your left leg and a coach on your right leg. So after you sign up your first coach, it doesn't really matter which side you have them go on first, but I always recommend that the first thing you should do after you sign your first coach and everything's gone through, you can in their office, you're going to come into your own office and set your preferred placement, which is this part up here in the left-hand corner. So let's say you had it set to your left already. You're going to come up here and you're going to choose your right leg, because you want one coach on your left leg and one coach then to go on your right leg, so that you're an Emerald. So for an Emerald, you need one coach on each side. So that's how you're going to go into your office and make that placement. So if I come in here, my first coach is signed, we started training, everything's good to go. I'm going to come in here, set my placement to my right. If you look at this little key here, it shows you all this information here and what all the colors mean. So I'm yellow, so I'm a diamond coach. I don't have any reds, but they'd be ruby. The green is an emerald. Blue is just a coach, or not just a coach, but a coach. And then a little PS above the people shows you that that's your personally sponsored coach that you placed there. So Ashley here doesn't have a PS, so she's not mine. So that's how I know she came from Amy. So I like to also just double check. Once I make this placement, I come into my genealogy and I go all the way down to my right, all the way down to the bottom. Because I want to double check that it is actually set to my right. computer is very slow. Sorry, bear with me.
Break toys, and you don't break toys, and you're not buying any more toys for her. Okay? You guys don't need a whole bunch
I really think we should stop till Christmas now.
Okay, so I got to the very bottom,
We're gonna get trapped team.
and I know now, I can see that this little guy here, this dotted guy, is red, which means that's where my next coach is going to go. If you look up at the key,
You don't have as much money as you used to.
the blue means that it's open, and if it's red, that's where it's scheduled for preferred placement. So I see right here, it's red. I want it on my right side. I'm good to go. So it kind of can be a little confusing as you first start doing it, but I promise you, as you keep going, you'll start to understand a little bit more, and your upline coach is always here for you. Don't ever hesitate to ask for help, especially like if you have somebody that's signing up right then and there and you're not sure on something, message one of us. If your upline isn't available, feel free to reach out to anybody if you need help and you need help right this second. So that's how you're going to set your preferred placement every time you sign a coach. So again, to get to Emerald, you need one on each side. And I suggest just alternating back and forth, because for the next step, Ruby, you need 4 coaches total, 2 on each side, and then you need 2 of them to be Emerald. So you just want to have an even number on both sides. So again, I just go back and forth. And the same thing with Diamond. You need to have 8 coaches total, 4 of them on each leg. So I just went back and forth until I got to where I needed to be. And then once you get to Diamond, you can kind of play around with it a little bit as you'd like, just based on the volume on each leg. Because your strong leg, because your sponsor coach is also adding people to that side, it's probably going to have some more volume built up. So you might want to start adding your own coaches more to your left leg to add more volume to that side. And that comes with cycling, which we'll talk about, you can talk about some more with your sponsor coach, or if you want to talk to me about it some more, I can try and explain it. And that Scotty Hobbs video that I'm going to post also talks about cycling as well.
Put Peppa Pig on.
So again, you'll understand that a little bit more when you're Emerald and you're actually experiencing it. So the next thing is the coach training. So once you find your coach, you're gonna need to train them. So if you go into, this isn't the one I want to be in. I'm gonna go into my coach group in the files tab. So all of your coach groups should have a files tab that has all the information that you would ever want to know about coaching in general, including how to train your coach. So you're gonna come in, scroll down, and you find your new coach training document.
Didn't touch me.
So if you haven't looked at this yet, definitely take a look at all the videos here. Watch Pat's video about how he trains his coaches. I watched this and took a bunch of notes, and I follow those steps exactly. This explains how to use the document. You can send this welcome video to them if you'd like. Amy made her own welcome video that I know that she sends to her coaches right when they sign up, so that she knows what kind of coach they want to be. I'm gonna make one myself as well, so that's something to think about. And then you're gonna set up a time with them to meet for your first call within the first 2 days. Let's see real quick.
Hey.
Can you guys mute your background? I know there's a button I can push to do it. I can't find it. So let's see. So you're going to set up a time with your new coach within the first 2 days of them signing up, so you can have go through some steps with them. I started doing a Zoom call right away. So that's one of the first things I have them do once they sign up is make sure they put the Zoom app on both their phone and their computer. And then when I set up the time, I just go right into the Zoom call so that they get a little bit more familiar with being on that Zoom. And of course, we all know it's definitely different than just being on the phone with somebody. And then that way I can go over the online office better and also go through the groups better with them. The first couple coaches, I just did a basic phone call with them and talked to them about it. But once I started doing the Zoom calls with them, I feel like they got the hang of things a little bit easier. So I recommend doing that. And then you have all of your training videos listed down here. So you're going to send your new coach these videos one by one and ask them to let you know when they're finished watching it and what they learned before you send the next one. I try and have them watch as many as possible before our call, because the main point of the call is to be able to go through these things and answer their questions. But I definitely like to have them get up to the 5th video at least, so that they have their Instagram profile set up and kind of have an idea of how to do invites. And then on that first call, I also talk about the invites and make sure that they have their profile set up. And then I talk about Instagress. I usually talk about the co-leader and the coach conversion step on the second Zoom call with them when I'm talking about that next part of when they do sign up coaches and kind of what volume means and how cycling works and what we just talked about with placement. So that's pretty much it. So again, if you haven't looked at this document, make sure you go into your coach files and take a look and watch all these introduction videos up here so that you know what you're sending to people if you choose to send them like this welcome video, and you're just kind of prepared on what to do when the time comes. And hopefully it may have come already for some of you, or some of you might be on the verge already, or you never know. April's got her fingers crossed. Okay, so before I go into, I'm gonna come back